Hey y'all, we're going to end this betting week off right and go for 2 straight wins. Please like, share, and subscribe so that you can make sure you're getting notifications for all of my videos. Also, if you want to show me some love after we go for these 2 straight wins, you can always send me a tip at my Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal at the bottom of the screen. All right, now today's game, we're going to look at the Portland Trail Blazers versus the Washington Wizards. The Trailblazers are number 3 in scoring in the league this year, averaging 5 more points than their season average in the last 3 games. The Wizards are dead last in the league in opponents' points allowed per game and 25th in three-point opponent percentage, which goes favorably for the Trailblazers, who are 5th in three-point percentage. Portland is number 1 in field goals attempted per game, and Washington ranks 21st in opponent field goals attempted, and in the last 3 games allowed an average of 91 field goals attempted, which is the number of attempts the Trailblazers are averaging this season. Damian Lillard, whom is averaging 29.8 points per game and is arguably in the conversation of MVP, but was recently left off the All-Star starting lineup, while the Wizards' Bradley Beal was named a starter, should lead to a very good scoring battle in this game, especially since Lillard has notoriously had a chip on his shoulder since he's been in the NBA. Now, for me to take this bet, I need to see the following players play in this game. For the Trailblazers, Damian Lillard, Gary Trent Jr., Carmelo Anthony, and for the Washington Wizards, Bradley Beal. Now, we're about to get into today's bet. The bet for Saturday, February 20th, 2021, I have selected the prop bet Gary Trent Jr. to go over 18.5 points in this game. So those who are not familiar with prop bets, because in my recent videos, my betting has either been team totals to go over or game totals to go over. But simply this prop bet is saying that Gary Trent Jr. will need to score 19 points or more for me to win this bet. Gary Trent Jr. will be starting this game and has been starting since their second leading scorer, CJ McCollum, has been out with a fractured foot. During that absence, Gary Trent Jr. has actually been the second leading scorer behind Damian Lillard. He's shooting 42.1% from the three-point line from home. And in the last 10 games, his percentage has actually gone up to 45.9%. He should see an average of 35.6 minutes per game. And in fact, in their first matchup earlier this month, he actually played 40 minutes against the Wizards. He also is averaging 26 points a game against the Wizards this year. With the attention that Lillard will be getting from the defense that the Wizards will try to play, that guarantees a lot of open looks for Gary Trent Jr. So just like he received in their first meeting in Washington. So for this bet, I like Gary Trent Jr. to go and have 19, probably 20 plus points. I really, really like this prop bet for him to go over 18.3%. In fact, I took this bet even earlier than what I normally do. If it was a team total bet or if it was a game total bet, I would wait until closer to game time so I can get the confirmation of lineups. But the great thing about prop bets is if Gary Trent Jr. does not play, the bet is canceled. So I get my money back. So in this instance, I went ahead and got it now when it was at 18.5 because I as the day progresses, it could very well go up. So I wanted to go ahead and get it now before it hit 20 or 21 points a game possibly. Now, happy betting, and remember, never bet more than you can afford to lose, and I'll see you tomorrow.